Okay guys, got my Cuda shirt today. So we're gonna work on putting these little brackets in on the frame rails that attach to the floorboards on both sides. We've got that one just tacked in. Close to tack welding these in finally.
Okay, so right here we're just trying to get that frame rail exactly where it's going to sit on the car, and then line up the bracket and see where the bracket falls on the body of the car. And you'll see in a minute we do run into a slight little issue that we can fix easily.
Okay, so the problem we're running into here is that this piece doesn't line up it doesn't go all the way over and cover the hole where it's supposed to be, where we drilled out the old piece, the spot welds. So we have to make these little plugs to go in here. So my brother's over there punching them out of a piece of sheet metal with a punch, and we're gonna weld those in, and then we can just weld this in with some plug welds.
So we do have the frame rail screwed to the car, and we're just going to unscrew everything to get the frame rail off, but we have a head that snaps off a screw, I think, here, and you'll see what my brother has to do next to get the rest of the frame rail off. It's really stuck. So I'm just getting this whole area here that we need to weld prepped for the welder. We've got a few extra holes that we drilled here that the spot welds were just in a big cluster right there and made a larger hole than we expected, but that's okay, it's easily fixed.
Okay, so I've been welding these little pieces on to make this a straight line again, because they were cut open from somebody drilling out spot welds. So I'm trying to make that edge straight again, so I did. He's over here working on this.
So here we are double checking a cross measurement for the passenger frame rail. We're using the specs combined from online sources and the factory service manual to find all the measurements we need for the unibody on this car. Right here you see us marking a hole on the bottom of that frame rail. Many of the reference points on the car are holes that are about 1 inch in diameter on the bottom of the car. So it's nice to mark the center of the holes so you can measure a little more accurately. You can put a piece of tape over the hole and kind of mark a cross in it, and you'll see where the lines intersect. Pretty easy to do, and that's kind of what we were doing there. The rest of the car has holes too, underneath in various areas, and there are other points you measure from, which you will see if you kind of check online for these measurements. It tells you how to do it. And the service manuals have them in them too, same way. So we've got both frame rails back up on the car. The flanges that butt up against the torsion bar crossmember on the back of the frame rails are what is fighting us right now. When people cut these off of cars, or drill out the spot welds on those flanges, and then they don't get all the spot welds sometimes, you have to take a chisel and kind of break through. So they hammer the chisel between the torsion bar crossmember and the flanges on these frame rails, and the flanges get bent up, and they're not at the right angle sometimes, and it takes a little trial fitting to get them there. And you have to really have a tight fit when you're plug welding something. Obviously you want the two pieces of metal to be really tight to each other when you're going to do that. We're just showing the plumb bobs we use for one of the main measurements on the front of the car. We didn't build the chassis table exactly how we should have probably in the long run, but this works great too. We have those two tubes that protrude off the front of the main chassis table, and they have reference points on them that the plumb bobs have to line up with. We're just double checking measurements on that passenger frame rail because it's pretty much exactly where it needs to be. We want to make sure nothing moved. We're going to mark it, and then we're going to remove it from the car so we can put weld-through primer on top of the flanges where they meet the bottom of the floorboard and on the bottom of the floorboard of the car. And pretty much anywhere else we're going to weld. It's great corrosion protection. We've used it, I mentioned it in the past on the car, we've used it anywhere we can, wherever we're doing welding where pieces of metal come together that paint probably won't get to, and really won't get to.
Yes. So we sprayed some weld-through primer on there and put the frame rail back in. We're getting ready to screw it in.
So we're just trying to get a little pressure up on the bottom of that frame rail so it pushes up against the bottom of the car. Then we realized we should probably do it to both frame rails, so we get a piece of wood that goes all the way across and catches both frame rails and pushes them up tighter against the car so I can screw the flanges tight. And it'll help with the final welding too. you see us measuring so many times on this car throughout this whole video. We're triple checking measurements and things like that, but we're very particular. We want the car to be as straight as the factory did or better when we're done. We want the sheet metal to fit right. That it just makes it easier in the long run, and it's just right that way. You know the car's going to drive right too. That's another thing. So we're going to drive this car. We plan to drive it a lot. We also take the frame rails in and out of this car quite a bit throughout the video, but it's a lot of trial fitting, a lot of tedious stuff, measuring, things like that. I've cut most of it out, actually. I've cut hours and hours and hours out of this video because it's probably a little bit boring to watch. But there's a point, I think it was right around here, where we tack weld these frame rails in, and then the measurement ends up being like 3/8 off somewhere. So we have to carefully grind the welds off, pull the frame rails off, fix whatever it is, get them back on, and we end up right back here in about this spot of the video. Now we're really close to welding these in permanently. We wanted to double check that lower radiator support because it gave us some trouble before when I talked about us tack welding those frame rails in before and having to cut them back off, the tack welds, because of that 3/8 off measurement. But now it's all good. As you can see, it fit good. We're just going to fix this driver's side frame rail, and we need to screw it in. I think it's not screwed in at this point. We're getting that ready to go, and those screw holes, you know, they pretty much line you up, but we're going to triple check all the measurements here and make sure that's right. And now we're going to weld. We're just trying to double check, triple check our measurements and not let the excitement of permanently welding these in finally get the best of us and make mistakes like we did before, where we have to grind the welds off and pull the frame rails out again, because you can only do that so many times before things get a little bit ruined under there.
Here we go, first weld.
Ready? Yeah, here?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, ready? Ready?
Yep. Can you see it?
Not really, but... Alright, ready?
Yep.
Hard to see anything.
Oh boy.
I think I'm gonna have to tack them until we can get this stuff out of the way.
You're gonna have to. At least get that board out of the way.
Turn that wire feed off.
It's not good.
It's so hard to get in there.
I know.
Ready?
Yeah. You think you can do anything with the bottom one again?
I can't.
Probably not, huh? If you can't do it, just wait till the thing's out of the way. Yeah.
Damn it.
Give it a good send.
Four down for you or anything? Ready? Ready? Right there.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Right through. Melted it.
Which one do we want to get?
You want the light?
Clamp that tight? Gotta get a clamp on there tight. Oh, up there? Yeah.
Get that one.
That'll be tight.
That's a nice one.
Ready?
Yeah. Where's the air? Sorry. That one probably didn't need a 3, but whatever. Wire speed a little higher.
Looks like it.
I mean, you got a good one. It's a good one on there.
Well, we should weld the other side in place too before we loosen that thing.
The board.
No more thing until you get the other side done. You get protected.
We got 3 tacks. That shouldn't go anywhere.
Okay, we're just gonna put a few more tacks in here to let me hold this. Make sure they stay. Yeah. There we go.
Didn't get it all, but
Pretty close.
you got this right.
Ready? Good enough. Okay, let's roll weld on here. Just to keep it.
You gotta get up higher with the light.
About that.
Yeah, whatever. Ready? No way to plug this?
Is it tight all the way? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It fits to me.
Do what you gotta do. I mean, I don't know if you want 3 max on that part, do you? Just tack it for now so it's holding.
Ready?
Yeah. You gonna tack it or?
I was just gonna plug it.
That metal's pretty thin though, isn't it?
It was fine.
Alright. Yeah. Dude, that thing's not gonna move now.
Good. Yeah, ready?
Yep. You get it? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's mint now. We'll pull the screws out. Yeah, got it. That one's pretty good.
Put this one again?
Sure. Okay, so we're gonna put Clecos in today to hold these sheet metal pieces, inner fenders, radiator support, and then fit the fenders to see if everything lines up. What'd you say, Keith? It was 40 what?
41 and a half.
From the inside to inside?
Outside.
Outside?
So.
Where's that in the book?
No. My guy at Harvard Fraser
car.
We should probably go to McMahon's before we weld it all in place.
All this stuff, yeah.
And double check all these measurements.
I didn't ask him that part, but sure Justin don't always do it. Based on the days off of that. Did you have some spot welds on the body to lay the table?
Why don't you come in the center and hold it for a second, where it's gotta be, so I can see what it is. And then pull it out. More.
well, I wanted to straighten these a little.
Oh. Before we do that, just so the fender sets on it, right? Okay, so we got this welded in, these frame rails, but this one had some trouble. We had to actually take the shock tower off. I spared you the cutting off of that, but the angle wasn't right. We couldn't get this to fit right. So now we're back to fitting the inner fenders and sheet metal.
God dang! Are you running to get out of there? Oh.